Charles Spurgeon told an event that took place in the glory days of Rome. During a severe famine in the northern African colonies, Nero sent Roman galleons to the stricken area. When the starving people saw Rome's ships on the horizon, they rejoiced greatly, saying, "Caesar has sent the ships. They're on the way. There's hope for us." And then Spurgeon recounted the tragic end of the story. For when the ships sailed into port, the North Africans discovered they were full of sawdust to lay on the floor of the circuses Rome was exporting to the colonies. A circus for starving people. The people longed for food and got sawdust. They craved substance but got entertainment. Unlike what was exported from Rome, I'm happy to say that in the book of Colossians, we are about to find the arrival of something that will fill your heart and soul. It's not sawdust, it's Jesus. The book of Colossians is a vessel bringing Christ back to his rightful and proper place. And it's a book fighting religions that are wanting to export sawdust for a circus. Welcome to the 260 journey and Colossians 2. Someone once said the history of Christianity goes like this. Christianity started in Israel as a relationship. It moved to Greece and became a philosophy, went to Italy and became an institution. Christianity went to Europe and became a culture. Then Christianity came to America and turned into a business. God help us. Colossians 2 is a warning against anything more than Jesus being the center and forefront. The Apostle Paul said to be very careful of people wanting to distract you from the main attraction. Listen to his warning in Colossians 2:8. Watch out for people who try to dazzle you with big words and intellectual double talk. They want to drag you off into endless arguments and that never amount to anything. They spread their ideas through empty traditions of human beings and the empty superstitions of spirit beings. But that's not the way of Christ. Everything of God gets expressed in him so you can see and hear Jesus clearly. You don't need a telescope and a microscope or a horoscope to realize the fullness of Christ and the emptiness of the universe without him. When you come to him, that fullness comes together for you too. His power extends over everything. And then he says in verse 16, so don't put up with anyone pressuring you in details of diet, worship services, or holy days or days of the week. All those things are mere shadows cast before what was to come. The substance is Christ. Don't tolerate people who try to run your life, ordering you to bow and scrape, insisting that you join their obsession with angels and that you seek out visions. There are a lot of hot air that's out there. They're completely out of touch with the source of life, Christ, who puts us together in one piece, whose very breath and blood flow through us. See, when you have a lot of people, you get a lot of opinions, and you can have a lot of opinions, but not a lot of truth. Listen to this. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but not everyone is entitled to their own truth. There is a difference between opinion and truth. The problem comes when you think your opinion is truth. We have to define what opinion and what is truth. Remember, you hold on to truth for dear life and personal opinion very lightly. Truth is that which is true for all times, all people, all places. It can't be American truth, Democratic truth, or Republican truth. See, opinions are for our personal world and always have an expiration date. Opinions don't last forever, but truth has no expiration date. Chuck Colson said it like this: the greatest friend of truth is time. Her greatest enemy is prejudice, and her constant companion is humility. What is catastrophic is when we think our opinion is truth and we are unwilling to listen to those who see it differently. Ravi Zacharias said it like this: what we need is not a religion that is right where we are right, but one that is right when we are wrong. The Apostle Paul is telling the church to grasp onto truth and not opinion. Colossians is a fighting book. Colossians is the fight against syncretism. That's a big word, but an important word. Syncretism is the combining of Christianity with so-called good stuff from other religions. In Colossians, Paul was fighting this because people were trying to get two things synced into Christianity: ceremonies and philosophy, or more specifically, Jewish ritualism and Oriental mysticism. This is not a first century issue and problem. It's a 21st century problem. We see people trying to import sawdust into Christianity. Whenever you need Jesus plus something else, it's sawdust. If you need Jesus plus a special book to understand Jesus, or to be part of a certain group of people, or to wear a certain outfit or ride a bike, it's a boat of sawdust for the circus. Someone said it like this: Jesus plus nothing equals everything. Colossians is fighting for the second part of that equation. Paul is saying, stop inserting something where nothing belongs. If you do, it's religion and religious. Bono from U2 couldn't have said it any better than defining religion. Listen to his words, because he's telling us what happens when you add something to Jesus. Bono said this: religion can be the enemy of God, and it's often what happens when God has left the building. Oh my goodness. Religion is what happens when God has left the building. Thanks for joining the 260 Journey.